Hi, and welcome to day 3 of our training, or session 3 if you're doing them all in one day or several in a day. I think this is a really important one to take notes on and just really spend some time thinking through how it will best work for you, because the name of the title of this one is Scheduling Your Day. I think this one is just so critical to all of us because we are already so busy. So why would we possibly think about adding something else to our plate? I know when I first started this journey, I was coming out of maternity leave, going back to a full time job. I had two under the age of two, and it just seemed like almost like it was crazy for me to consider taking something else on. But I quickly realized that this is definitely an outlet for me, and I hope it'll be the same for you. I also hope that you'll find a system that works best with your lifestyle and with your family. So, just like any job, this is a real job. The difference of this job, likely than your other jobs, is you are your own boss of this job, while at your maybe full-time job, part-time job, or any other side job that you currently have, you are reporting to someone else. So you have someone to please. You have someone to show up for every single day. But just because you are your own boss does not take away the fact that you still need to show up for yourself every single day. And you have to think of it like, just like we learned in the trainings the other day, it's important to just keep throwing those pebbles in your pile, to keep practicing those daily disciplines that are in the form of your four key vitals every single day. Showing up, that will help get you to where you want to go. That'll help get you to your big vision, your big why. That's going to help move your business forward. But you have to keep in mind that some days it is going to be so hard to show up for yourself. Just like if you're a parent, it can be hard to be a parent some days. It can be hard to be an employee some days. It can be hard to just adult some days. But just just like in anything, if you don't show up, then you don't see the success, or you don't move forward as much as you should. So keep in mind that being consistent will pay off greatly. And the other thing to remember is that people are watching you. Just like we talked about curiosity marketing, people are watching your journey, they're getting excited about it, they're getting curious about it, intrigued. This is why it's so important to have the daily discipline of showing up. But how do you do that? How do you possibly find pockets of time to work this business? So you need to schedule everything. And I am a work in progress on this. I'm still learning how to schedule my day. But whether you use Google Calendar, whether you have a planner where you write it with pen and paper, whether you use your iPhone or computer, Outlook, anything like that, schedule your day down to what time you're going to work out, because that will pay off tremendously. So what I want you to do right now, as you're watching this, pause it, or as you're watching it, I want you to write down what are the things that you have to get done in a day and what is most important to you. So I know for me that I want to obviously spend time with my family. I want to make sure that we have a home cooked dinner on the table. It could be in the form of a crock pot, but it's still going to be on the table. Or maybe it was prepped on Sunday, but it's still going to be on the table. I have a job that I have to work 8 hours at a day. I want to make sure I get my workout in, and I want to make sure that I'm just spending some quality time reflecting on my own journey in my spiritual life, in my personal development. I want to make sure that I'm having set aside time every day to work on me. So that's a lot to get done. And if you notice, I didn't even throw in the coaching aspect yet. But what I have found is, for me right now in this stage, in the season of life, I can't consistently make set working hours the same every single day. So what I do is 3 days a week. If my kids sleep all night, I'll get up an hour earlier and I'll work in the morning on inviting and making sure I have my post ready for the day. I'm checking in on my challengers and my challenge groups, or I'm checking in on other coaches or on our team page. So there's a list of things that I will help you determine like what your day looks like, and we can make a little to-do list for you, and then you can either check it off electronically or handwritten. But just know, schedule everything, and that will really help you a lot. So family time, you time, workout time, coaching time, and see what your day looks like. And then after that part, after you've figured out where you will fill your day and make sure you're sleeping because we need to sleep, then you can determine what are the tasks that you're going to do in a day. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of coaching tasks that I just rattled off, but I'm not going to do those every single day. So for me, I know I am going to at least check in on my challengers once. Maybe I'm going to invite to challenge groups every other day or certain weeks of the month. And then I'm also going to work on making sure that I'm putting up posts on my Instagram and on my Facebook well, I do it every day, but maybe I schedule those in advance. So the important thing is just make sure you schedule everything, and then also communicate that schedule to those who need to know about it. So if that's a spouse, a family member, make sure that you all are on the same page, because you need to have that support and they need to be able to know what your day looks like. So when you do need help, or when you need maybe an evening of 30 minutes alone, your support system can help you. And we'll go through how to do all of the different tasks to help move your business forward. But the most important thing is that you're scheduling time and finding those pockets of time. So oftentimes my day looks like I get up in the morning, I do some personal me time, I do some reading, then I get my kids ready for school, we go to school, then I go to work. But then while I'm at work, because I actually work from home, I also find pockets of time to send some invites out. Maybe it's 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And then again, after my kids go to bed, maybe I'll do like another 30 minutes of work. So it's not always perfect. And maybe you're in a situation where your schedule is every morning from 6 to 7, you can put some time into your business. But figure out what works best for you, and we can go from there. But the most important thing is schedule, and make sure you communicate that schedule, and you can't go wrong that way. Something else that will be very helpful is what we call power hours. Now, for me, sometimes it's hard to get in a full hour. Sometimes I do power 30 minutes, I guess you would call it. But oftentimes you'll hear this in our business. We'll have a group that will do a power hour, and that's basically a time for you to just do things to help your business move forward. So maybe that's you spend an hour just on either Instagram or Facebook, or sending emails, inviting friends, family, new connections to upcoming groups. Or maybe you're spending that time to do a getting started call with a new challenger to help them meal plan. But make sure you're just finding those pockets of time, and that'll help you get kind of organized and help you get your business off the ground and running. So for your homework today, I want you to take your schedule for the week or for the day, and I want you to write it out down to the hour. And not that you necessarily need to do this every day, but I'd like to see kind of what you envision your schedule looking like around for this business. So shoot me an example schedule that you would like to follow, and maybe it's a couple different schedules because every day is different for you. Send it in, or take a picture of it, send it to me, and we can talk from there. All right, I will be back tomorrow to talk more about building your brand and your market. All right, have a great night. Bye.